Public Accounts Committee of Parliament is meeting members and Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development officials led by Dr. Edward Sengonzi Damulira, the Under-Secretary and Accounting Officer, Ministry of Finance. They are focusing on the matter of the process of awarding working contracts. The meeting is over audit queries of the financial year 2022-2023.
Thank you, Chair. Before that, I think on page 2, there are two things that I would like to observe. Number one, this miscellaneous revenue is of 1.154 billion, is on the same line with the 232 which we saw on Annex 1.1. And on that Annex 1.1, there is no budget. And yet, they say all that money for the previous year relates to that UCF. And here, it is not broken down, whereas this, the current year's figures are broken down to form the 399, the 1.15 is a broke figure. So we would like to get the nature. The accounting officer should tell us the nature of this transaction, because it seems to be a bit, not clear. In the last financial year, that's why they collected all this money. They didn't budget for it. But in this current year, they are getting 232 million out of that line. But when you look at the budget line, it is zero. So, Chair, if it pleases you, the accounting officer should explain to us this figure.
I think that should also relate to 100 million, you then collected 27. To me, this implies that because tender fees, these are monies you get from sale of bidding documents. The assumption is, could be there are those activities that were not carried out. That is why this figure is too low. So can I conclude that could be even your performance in terms of implementation of your work plan is at 27%? Because this implies that you had anticipated to sell so many bid documents. So the fact that could be your activities were not funded, there was underperformance of your work plan. That is why you did not sell bid documents of 100 million. And I also want to ask the accounting officer to tell us how do you determine the price of a bid? Because as some of these times bid documents are made too expensive to deter some competent firms from bidding. So you tell us, how much do you charge for bidding documents, and what is the standard? What is your basis?
I request the head accounts to answer the other issues. Let me answer the one on bidding documents. That when you advertise for a service, you cannot accurately predict the attraction rate, how many people will be attracted to offer the service. The other issue also was with the EGP. We are transiting to EGP. Electronic government procurement system. And at the beginning, our people are not very IT compliant. It was disturbing them at the beginning, and I think that's the reason why we did not attract so many people to collect the anticipated user fees. Have I explained right? Yeah. So the head accounts can.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Regarding the miscellaneous revenue, the gaming board was an institution, a subvention under Ministry of Finance, and it collects money in form of NTR. So when the gaming board became a vote, some of their clients continued depositing money in URA using the Ministry of Finance tin. So this 1.1 billion you see here, why we say they are UCF direct deposits, we established that this is money that is deposited for gaming board, but using the tin of Ministry of Finance. We engaged them. That's why you see this figure has gone down from 1.1 billion to only 232 million in the year under review. We actually didn't expect any money. That's why we didn't budget for it. So it comes, we find it already deposited in our account, and we must disclose it in the financials.
Yes. We should allocate this issue more.
I just wanted to know, during the audit, during the process of audit, this figure was raised.
Away from that parliamentary sitting, we now get to look at regional news in which the rehabilitation